Hello everyone and welcome back to Clay's Commercial Reviews. I'm Clay and I'm going to review some commercials. This commercial today is for Bank of America, and I have been seeing this commercial on TV for months and I can't escape it. I have a lot to say about it, so we're gonna dive in. It's a minute long, so we're gonna watch it in chunks. But yeah, here we go.
Come here. Ever wonder what everyone's doing on their phones? They're banking with Bank of America.
This person we meet in the beginning, we'll call her the narrator. She's at a wedding and she is going to lead us through this wedding and show us how everyone is using Bank of America on their phones. The biggest thing about this commercial is this woman. I feel like she has much more to do with everyone banking at this wedding than she leads on. And I'm gonna talk about her a little bit right now, but you know, at the end of the video, I'll really give you my true thoughts on her. Just the energy she brings in this commercial is very, I don't know, it's very Cruella, it's very chaotic. The way that she just kind of shakes her head when she brings you in, you know, like, ever wonder what everyone's doing on their phones? It's like, first of all, no. The question she presents is ridiculous to me. No, I don't ever wonder what people are doing on their phones. Like, they could be doing a number of things. If they're on their phone, they're either on social media, they're texting someone, they're emailing, but I'm not ever wondering, you know, what are people doing on their phones? We all have phones, we all know what they're used for, and then, you know, when she reveals what everyone's doing, she narrows her eyes and she's like, they're banking. First of all, if people are on their phones at your wedding, that's not a good sign. That's actually a horrible sign. You don't want everyone on their phone at your wedding. You want them dancing and talking to people and socializing, just being in the moment. And then on top of that, if everyone's banking at your wedding, if people were banking at my wedding, I would flip out. That is someone's worst nightmare, I feel. What's everyone doing? Oh, they're all banking. We're having a great time. It's a great wedding, thank you. That is not something you want, and I would feel sad and like a failure. Let's see the first example of banking she gives us.
See cousin Jimmy over there? His girlfriend just caught the bouquet, so he's checking in on that ring fund.
The first person we meet is cousin Jimmy. We learn from our narrator that his girlfriend just caught the bouquet. He's using the app to check his bank account because he's feeling pressure to get married after this. You know what, fine, like the scenario makes a little bit of sense. I can see how someone might feel pressured to propose. You know, he seems pretty worried, like he doesn't want to do this. It seems to me that he feels like he has to. He must have grown up very superstitious. Whatever, moving on. Next scenario.
The groom's parents? You think they're looking at photos of their handsome boy. They're not.
They're redeeming rewards for a second honeymoon. Romance is in the air.
Our narrator introduces us to the groom's parents, and she says, you probably think that they're looking at pictures of their adorable son on their phone, right? No, I don't think she's looking at pictures of her son. If I saw my mom making this face as she looked at pictures of me, I would put her in an ambulance immediately. I have never seen someone use their phone with this much happiness in their eyes. The excitement on this woman's face is unmatched. Clicking and clacking away on her phone as if she is building a sandwich. I want to be on whatever pills this mom is on. I want to be drinking whatever she's drinking, and I will say I would want to hang out with her at this wedding. She'd be the one that I would want to hang out with anyways.
Romance is in the air.
Like these two.
He's technically off the market. Doesn't mean he can't be checking the market.
Okay, then we get to this guy who is checking the stock market as he dances with his girlfriend. We know they're together because the narrator says that he's off the market, insinuating that, you know, he's dating this woman. The fact that he is checking the stock market as he dances with his girlfriend at their friend's wedding is maniacal. It is truly something that I just could not imagine anyone in their right mind doing. Imagine if you were dancing with your significant other and you turn over your shoulder and you see them checking the stock market. It's like they're not even taking a picture, maybe Instagram, or I don't know. It's like the stock market. Either you're that boring or you're dating a douchebag. I feel like maybe both in this scenario. Insane behavior. Moving on.
Oh, that photographer? He's looking for something a little more zen. So he's thinking, I'll open a yoga studio.
We meet the photographer of the wedding, and you know, our narrator says to us that he's looking for something more zen. The crowd you're with does look a little hectic. You know, I can understand that. I totally support this man changing his career and starting a new business, but I don't believe that he would do it right at this moment. Right as kids are screaming, Parents are asking him where to stand in one of the most stressful situations you could possibly imagine to start a business in. He chooses to do that. You're gonna start a business right now at this wedding. Stop everything and literally click a button that says start a business. I don't think so. It seems like you're stressing yourself out more. People are not acting normal in this commercial.
And Phil. He forgot a gift. So he's sending the happy couple some cash.
You know, this is the most believable example, I will say, of the commercial. Don't really have any critiques on it. Thumbs up, I guess, or, whatever.
And as for the father of the bride, he's checking to see if he's on track to do this all over again. And again.
All right, and the last example we see is the father. The father of the bride is about to open an email from his financial advisor. The gag is like, he's making sure that he can afford to throw a wedding for his other two daughters that he has. I guess that makes sense, but I don't know, that email seems kind of ominous. I'm not sure what is in there, if he's telling this guy like, dude, you're in a lot of debt, and when you talk about how much money you spent at this wedding, you're gonna have to sell your house. This scenario is fine. I don't really have too much to say about it. And the commercial ends with, we go back to our narrator.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
Bank of America's digital tools are so impressive, you just can't stop banking.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to the narrator. As I said, it seems as if she brought chaos into this wedding. This is my theory. I feel as if someone read from a locked book they found, like buried under a tree or in an attic. Someone read aloud a mystical text, and it released our narrator from a mirror she was trapped in. And she crawled out and made her way to this wedding and wreaked havoc and cast a spell that caused everyone to start banking on their phones. That's my theory. Because everyone is just acting a little off. In some scenarios, it's slightly believable, but I feel like she brought a dark magic element to this wedding, an element of mayhem, and not mayhem where it's like, oh no, the cake fell when it was being brought out. It's like mayhem in the way where the bride ends up hooking up with her brother, or the father has a brain aneurysm on the dance floor. That kind of mayhem, dark mayhem. And that's what I feel like this woman brings. She is a silly little mystical witch that has been released and is feeling herself, and she stopped by this wedding to make everyone bank. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to give this commercial a 2 out of 5 because, I feel like while a lot of the examples are not necessarily believable, they were caused by a magical force, and that is kind of a fun angle. I realize that my ratings have been low, but these are my real thoughts.